Aquarius, hello. This is your reading for September 5th through to September 10th. We are reading the energy culminating up to the full moon in Pisces on September 10th here. However, if you click on this message, this video, and it's not anywhere near September 5th through September 10th, but it's calling to you and it resonates for you. This message is for you, as time is not a straight line. It is cyclical, it is cycles. We circle back around to energies often. So welcome. This reading is for sun, moon, or rising in the sign of Aquarius. These are general readings, so take what resonates for you and leave the rest. Try not to build a story for yourself if it's not resonating, meaning you're not feeling it in your body that, oh yeah, this message is for me. If you'd like a personal reading, you can book through my website. The information is in the description box below. As well as there will be an extended to this reading. And if you want to follow us over onto Patreon to see the ending of this reading, Aquarius, that information is in the description box below as well. So let's get started for Aquarius. What is going on for Aquarius? What does Aquarius need to be aware of? Let's go. For Aquarius. Aquarius, I have a candle in front of me that is flickering like crazy. Mental conflict. Trapped in the mind. Trapped in the mind. Yeah, I'm feeling that, Aquarius. I know how that goes, and that is no fun place to be. And this has to do with your spiritual union, how you connect to the spiritual, as well as it always starts with the self and connecting to our higher selves, to our spirit team, to our spirit guides, to the universe, to nature, whatever works for you. You know what I'm talking about, Aquarius, and you're stuck in one of those escape rooms right now, trying to put the pieces of the puzzles together, and they're just not fitting. Or if they're fitting, you're still, there's a logical part of your mind, the masculine part of your mind, the programmed part of your mind that is overriding a lot of this. Whew, okay, well, let's keep going for Aquarius. This could also be linked to a person that is a deep soul connection for you. And maybe there's a lot of confusion as to what's going on with that. But ultimately, it is tied to you and your connection to the spiritual. Okay, we got 2, 1 on the floor for you, Aquarius. Strong, pay attention to this one. What do we got? Okay. Suffering in silence, material harvest. So because you're not opening it all the way up, opening the valve up as to whatever's causing your suffering, you're still sitting in it. You're not even asking for help from the universe. You're just sitting in it, and it's stifling whatever is meant to come to you, to help you on your journey. Don't suffer in silence, Aquarius. This is, oh, I got big energy coming through me all of a sudden. I got the shakes. Okay, so we have rest and rejuvenate and solitude at the bottom, Aquarius. So you may be taking a lot of time to yourself, which is good. Resting, rejuvenating your energy. And you've got help. Oh yeah, below that, crown chakra and third eye chakra. So there is energetic help. Your spirit team is with you, Aquarius, really trying to energetically assist you through this. You need to assist them as well. Help yourself. You're doing shadow work right now. So get in touch with your shadow. I'm going to try to slow it down. There's a lot of messages coming through for you, Aquarius. Get in touch with your shadow. The part of you that has you conflicted and confused. Ask this shadow side, why? Why aren't you on board with the spiritual? Why? Talk to it, dialogue. These are your parts. And you have a lot of energetic assistance right now, Aquarius. So rest, allow what is happening to happen, but work with the energy instead of just sitting in it, suffering in silence. Because when you do that, it seems like a much longer process that you're suffering through. And you're not able to receive what is meant to come to you to assist you. So open yourself up, Aquarius. Let's keep going here. And I'm sorry if it sounds, there's no frustration coming through here, Aquarius. I feel like I'm feeling your frustration. Even your spirit team, your spirit guides, nobody gets frustrated. It really is only the one that is going through the process, because it is very frustrating and exhausting. Trust me, I know. All right, so what's this mental conflict all about? Why is Aquarius still stuck in the escape room and cannot seem to find the pieces to get themselves out? King of Cups. You really need to get in touch with your emotions, Aquarius. That is your emotion. That is your guidance system in life. So even when we feel emotions that we don't want to feel, we got to feel them. They're telling us something, a huge message. And so the more and more you fight feeling those feelings, the more you push them away, the more you swallow them down, the more you distract yourself, the more you numb them out, the more conflict you will feel. You really have to go through the feelings. You got to feel it to heal it, right? It's really important, Aquarius. And I know it's not easy. It's definitely not easy. And I'm getting that you've opened up to feel just enough and to shut it back down. Don't like that feeling, right? Oh, trust me, I've been there. About 2 years of my life, I was back and forth with that. But you have help. You have help. So truly acknowledge that. Be aware of that. There's subtle energies around you all the time, giving you messages. Feathers, birds, animals, children, people. Messages come from all over the place until you really start to connect to them. Then the messages come from other places and they get bigger and brighter. And it's like, okay, I actually have a whole team helping me through this. You will realize it. It does take the strength to tame the logical mind, the masculine mind that's so programmed. Tame that ego, tame that inner beast. And it also takes the strength to really break through the old, break through the familiar, break through what you've always just known. It's time to know more, Aquarius. Much, much more for yourself. You will expand your entire life. Trust me on that. Suffering in silence for Aquarius, please. But it is up to each and every individual to make their choice. And we are at a choice point here, astrologically speaking and energetically speaking. This is the time, the rest of this year, all the way to the end of this year, but September specifically is really pulling us out of the dark night of the soul collectively. September is really assisting many, many, many others in doing their shadow work and pulling them up out of the dark. So it feels like a very dark, voided period of time. And, there's a lot of solitude. Loneliness is becoming an epidemic in this world right now because of this energy. But it's very important to take this time to yourself to really connect with all of your parts, the part that is holding you back from really uniting with your spiritual senses inside. We can try to play both sides of the fence for as long as we can, but eventually the universe is going to knock us off that fence and ask us to make a choice. What side do you want to go? Because we're moving. Energy's moving. Pick one. Let's keep going, Aquarius. Suffering in silence. Why is Aquarius suffering in silence? Why does Aquarius not want to feel their feels? Wheel of Fortune. As we go through the cycles, as we are ascending out of the Kali Yuga, the dark ages, more and more and more of our pain and suffering arises for us to greet it, meet it, see it, feel it, sense it, know it, acknowledge it, but not hold on to it and not suffer in silence from it. Let it out. Let it go, Aquarius. The wheel is turning. Do you want to keep hanging on? Where's that one guy? See these guys? They're like hanging on for dear life. Help me. I don't know what to do. You don't have to continue in this way. Let's go with material harvest. There's much more in store for you when you finally do let go of the old, of the familiar, of the past pain. But you got to believe it. Not only do you got to believe it, sometimes it's really hard. This takes that strength. This was part of my journey where I finally connected with my feelings, my senses, and let that guide me. And I did not like how I was feeling. And it was because I was not meant to be where I was any longer. And once I finally realized that and I jumped out of it, left it, moved into my own new, complete new lifestyle, way of being, that is when the gifts started to rise. And it wasn't as hard as what my mind was telling me. But it is blind faith in the beginning. It really, truly is. Not only blind faith, it's something you can't see, but you feel. From the heart, you feel this truth. It's a very, very difficult part of the journey, Aquarius. I'm not going to lie. It's not easy. Not many make it through. A lot of people are stuck where you're stuck. But do you want to be stuck in mental conflict and suffering in silence? Eventually, the universe is going to crank up the heat even more. And that's where you got to make a choice. There's actually no, we don't have much of a choice but to make a choice. Five of Swords. Yeah. And it really, truly is what's in the mind that's holding you back from receiving what you actually need in this material world. These are resources for you to move forward on your journey, but you're holding them back. And this angel's showing you. Do you see these thoughts? Do you see this way you talk to yourself? This is what's keeping all this. I'm taking these swords from you. Do you truly want them back? You don't need this way of thinking anymore, Aquarius. Oh, I just got a nice breeze. And the bottom of the deck, Knight of Swords. Yeah, you do have a lot of communication coming into you right now, Aquarius. But it is dualistic because it's reading your energy. So you're getting a big sword of truth along with the duality of that sword of truth, meaning it's your masculine, feminine energy is still conflicting, but this energy is moving fast and furious for you. All right. So if you like this video, please click the like button. If you want to follow me onto Patreon to find out how this reading ends for you, the link, the information is in the description box below to my Patreon page. But if this is where you end, Aquarius, I will pull an advice card for you. And thank you for liking and subscribing if you have. I appreciate that very much. For Aquarius, advice for Aquarius, please. The mind runs the show, Aquarius, so get in touch with that. What is it in the mind that is keeping you in this place? Are you listening to other people? Are you confused because you're asking the wrong people for advice? You want to ask your internal guidance first of all, and then use your discernment as to who you actually, if you reach out for assistance or advice, use your discernment. Honesty. Oh yeah, this is a good one. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. This speaks all about getting honest and real with yourself, Aquarius. It's really important that you do. And nobody else's journey is part of your journey right now. It is you with you. So this is your chance to get real honest with yourself, because you've got a team of energies, a team of beings, a team of angels, guides around you. We are never alone. And they know when you're not being honest with yourself. You know when you're not being honest with yourself. And it's important to really get in touch with all of your parts, and get brutally honest with yourself, Aquarius. Okay, so that is the reading for this week. It seems as though you have that assistance. Work with it, please. I want the best for you. I want you to be able to release the baggage, release the rocket booster, so you can soar through the stratosphere, Aquarius. Okay, we're going to continue this reading over on Patreon. Thank you for joining me. And if you would like to continue on with the extended reading, again, the information to the Patreon is below in the description box. Take care. Bye.